Hello and welcome to part 16 of this puzzle run on chess.com, where you can follow along as I solve these puzzles and see if you can solve them faster than me. Hopefully you can. And let's begin here. Looks like f6 was played. So this pawn is attacking my bishop. And what do we have here? Looks like we can move this knight, possibly attacking with a double check. So the bishop's lined up here. The king could attack here or attack here. And so, what is best? Have you found the move yet that you think should be played here? All right. I think I found it. All right, there we go. I'll probably, excuse me, try to make it to 2,500. And we'll see how long this takes. Might need this microphone. Hopefully you could hear me there. All right, on to the next one. Let's see here. Okay. The queen is, or excuse me, the rook has moved down here, attacking our queen. What do we have in this position? What do we have? And the queen is protecting this knight because, excuse me. Let's see here. Okay, so the queen's threatening to attack this knight, checking our king. Our queen is under attack. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, what do we have? What does black have? What is best here? Well, this one's a little tricky. So, king safety for white. It says king safe. It appears it is. If we could get our queen to the back rank somehow, but I don't know if I see that happening. If we try and capture here, the knight will just capture the queen. What do we have? What do we have here? Well, I think we should just maybe just capture this rook with our queen. And then if the queen captures with check, the queen can swing down to here and guard. Then we would just be ahead in material. Okay, so now is it best to just defend with the queen? Or is it better to defend with this bishop? So that is the question. Do Do we defend with this bishop blocking and leaving our queen here because we could follow up some kind of attack here? The king could castle. All right. Well, maybe the bishop coming down is better. Nope, they probably wanted the queen. So, to attack. Alright, I guess they just wanted to play that. I was thinking the queen could stay on that open file and try and create some threats down here with this bishop and the queen. That wouldn't have really done too much though. Okay, well, on to the next one. Alright, now we have a queen move here to A7. What does that do? Okay, what do we have? Alright. Well, okay. Well, we have our bishop lined up on that pawn in the center, but he's protecting it with the rook and the queen. So, do we have anything? Do we have any kind of attack here? Do we put more pressure on it? Do we check? We could check. Driving the king back. And then... All right. Let's see. Another tricky one. So, I see they're all getting harder. Queen to G5 check, drives the king back. If the rook would go there, this rook could come up here to E1 with mate because the rook would be pinned. So the king would have to move if the queen went here. But then what do we do after that? Threaten another attack? Maybe go here. And then we just grab material. Because if he would have captured, then the rook would have come up and mated him. Okay, on to the next one. All right, here we go. The pawn pushed forward to B4. What do we have here? We have a knight over in no man's land over on A1, just trapped over there. We have our queen lined up on the king. So can we use that for any kind of advantage? He has a check here with the queen. All right. I don't see any kind of queen sacrifice. But maybe we go after his bishop. So if we went after his bishop up here on B1, queen to B1, it's pinned to the king, so it can't move. He couldn't defend it with his queen because our knight could just capture. So what does he have in the way of a counterattack? Check. All right, but looks like we could just escape up here, so I think that works. Now do we just capture the extra material? All right, we have a check. So we can just escape. All right. Okay, on to the next one. The king has just moved. King to a5. All right, what does the material look like? Black has this extra knight, but it's 3 pawns to a knight, so that could be about equal. All right. But what should black go after? Because if we captured this pawn, we can just move down here at some point and stop it. Okay, so, I don't know. It looks obvious to just capture this right here. Just capture. Then if this pawn tries to move, we can just move our king to b7 and stop it. Okay. I mean, I don't know. That looks pretty obvious. Is there something better? Just capture. It looks like an obvious king capture here. Is there something I'm missing? I mean, I don't know. This looks too obvious. King just captures on c6. And then this pawn can't go forward because our king will just be able to move here. And then we're threatening to capture this with the knight. Okay. All right, then we just capture that. Okay. All right, I don't know. That seemed kind of obvious, but I hope you've found that one easier. All right, on to the next one. Try and hit 2,500. Okay, we have h6. He's he's just defending that knight. What do we have? It looks like, well, if we capture, the queen could recapture. So, what do we have that we can work with here? So we have the rooks lined up towards the king here, but this pawn is blocking. The queen is also attacking there. Let's see. If we capture with this rook, capture the knight. Okay, first of all, if he captured with the pawn, the queen could jump in here with check, but then what? He could move over here. We could check. If he moves again, we can check with the queen. Okay, so he's probably not going to open this line up. So if capture with the rook, if the queen captures, now our rook is under attack. So what do we do then with the rook under attack? Or do we just capture? All right, maybe we just capture with this rook the pawn instead, and if he recaptures, check. So that looks a little bit better. Maybe that is what we can do. All right, well, this knight is under attack. Or excuse me, knight is under attack, but the knight is attacking our king. So we're in check, And it's forking this rook. So we have to do something about that. I mean, we could go here, capture. And if we capture that knight, and then there's a check here, what does that do? Check. Okay, a little tricky twist to this puzzle. Okay, if we just capture the knight, then that gives him time to capture, which he won't do but it'll give him time to check. And then we got to move, and then he can capture and be protected. And he's threatening this. So, if we move, and he captures this one, we still have, or he could capture this. No, he won't do that one. He'll capture this. Then we have queen check on h7. The king would have to move. And then, is there a follow-up? Check here, because this pawn will be pinned. I think that works. Nope, it doesn't. All right, let's see. Maybe they wanted us to capture, I guess so. All right, we got to move out of the way. Oh, now there's this pin. So that's what I overlooked. That is what I overlooked. All right, well, I hope you found that since I didn't. Okay, on to the next one. We'll see if we can break through to 2,500, but I don't know. We're going backwards. We're going in the wrong direction here. Okay. Bishop to d3. What does this do? Just develops a piece. He's getting ready to castle. Okay. What do we have happening here? Anything? Well, okay. We do have a pin on this knight. So can we exploit this pin to our advantage? A pin here. This bishop has to protect that knight. Do we just attack it? Do we just attack it with our knight? Or is there something more immediate? All right, I don't know. It looks like we just attack this bishop. But if the bishop captures here, we capture. He could move his king up to protect the knight. Okay, then what can we do? If we go here, capture, okay, we have this. Oh, we can push that forward. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, and then we have another pin. Okay, well, do we break this pin? Do we block the pin, or do we just castle here? Do we force a decision by attacking this bishop? Attack the bishop. We have a capture here. Oh, this one's a little tricky here. Okay, so we got this pin. What can we do about that? We either move our bishop to break the pin this way, or we attack. If he captures and we capture, that gives him time to castle. So Hmm. I don't know. Do we have to force this bishop to make a decision by attacking it with a pawn to a6? But then he could just capture the knight. Pawn captures. Then what? Then he could just castle. But if he does, we could push here. Do we attack here now with our knight? If he captures, looks like that's what we should do. All right. Okay, it looks like we stay ahead there. Because this bishop, we have two pieces, and he only has one defender of that knight. Okay. And if he attacks that with the bishop, then, I don't know, we could just capture there, and he would be forced to come back, and then we capture. All right. Okay, on to the next one. Keep this moving along. Okay, what do we have here? The king has retreated back to g8 because the queen was checking, and now it looks like we can just pick off this knight for free. Is that any good? Or do we have something better? Okay, what's the material look like? Rooks and queens are even. Two bishops. He has the extra knight. We would just come out. If we capture that knight, we'll be ahead a pawn. Okay, well. Is there any danger to our king here? If we capture, the queen after this capture will cover here. Would it be any better to check? Looks like that's a better move. He could block with his pawn, but then we could capture en passant. And then he's in check again. Then the bishop. Okay, so that is the better move. All right. Okay. I hope you found that one. And on to the next one. We're closing in on 2,500. Let's see if we can get to it. All right. A pawn push to d5. And it looks like this pawn has a clear path to promotion. So we need to act immediately. What can we do here? Okay. Okay, this is tricky because if we push forward, we have to get a pawn through up here, and we have to watch out for this bishop being able to stop our pawns. So the obvious move is g2 with check, which would buy us some time. And the king would have to move to here to block. Okay. So if we go here, all right, g2 with check. The king will have to block that pawn because if he goes here, the pawn will promote. So he has to block. Then it looks like we can move our king up here, and then that'll give us time to promote with a check, maybe. Ah, it did not want that. It did not want that at all. Come on. Ah, that's frustrating. I was thinking I could just move up here, but yeah, why doesn't that work? Boom. You could move there, we'll just capture, but then why does that not work? Okay. Let's check it again. Okay, so once he goes there, does he want us to do this immediately? But now we have to move up here anyway. Okay, why didn't the other one work? Why didn't the other way work? Should go back and look at that. Practice versus the computer. What do these options do here? Practice versus the computer. Let me see what would have happened. I don't want that. How do you go back to the beginning of the problem? Come on. That was not helpful at all. That's one thing that bugs me. How do you just look at the beginning of the problem? So retry the puzzle. Now I want the computer, and it doesn't give me the option for the computer. Really? That is frustrating. Okay. So we did that. Okay. I wanted to do this, and it didn't want that. So how do I look at the computer? Analysis. There. So after that move, what is it doing now? It's white's turn. Okay, so white goes there. And then, yeah, G2 works. Okay, king to G1. And now it says F2 is the only move. Okay, well, what about this? What does that do? Oh, bishop to G4, pinning that pawn. Okay. All right, that's all I wanted to know. He had that move with the pin. Okay. Sorry about that. That was frustrating, and I wanted to see why that other move was wrong. So a pin. All right, on to the next one. Here we go. What is this? A capture on G4. Let's try and just hurry up. Now we have to go even further to get to 2,500. All right. What is that? Pawn just moved. How do we get to his king? Our king is in danger here. Well, that's weird. Why didn't he, instead of doing whatever he did with that pawn? Oh, maybe I was in check. No. He captured something here. Why didn't he just move this to here and put me in check and capture the queen? All right, anyway, here we go. We have a rook move up to here with check. The king will have to move to here. We can go here, capture with the pawn, and check with the queen. So that looks like what we have to do. How do we continue? All right. We have to keep going with check. Does that work? No. Of course not. Of course not. So they wanted this instead. No, not that. The rook move, the mate move. That's what happens when you move too fast. Now I have to go even further to get to 2,500. Okay, I hope you're doing better than I am today, because I'm starting off, find the right first move, and the continuation is not working. All right, the king just moved because it was in check, so it moved to C4 here. How do we continue an attack? All right, looks like just a check, and then he'll have to move, and then our knight will not do anything. Our bishop will be able to get him. All right, on to the next one. I hope you found that one. Okay, here we go. We have a rook move to c5. What do we have here? So the rook is now protecting that knight, but okay, we have a few options here. If we just move our rook with check, the king can either move, but he probably won't do that because then this will be under attack. So he could just block, but then we could take his knight. Okay, so maybe that's the best move. Check. What will he do? Will he just go over here? Huh. We would be ahead. But then if he moves his king, we'll get his rook. So here, that looks best. Now we can just capture that. And then that. All right. Okay, I hope you found that one. On to the next one. Okay, we had the white king in check. The king retreated to g3. And now, let's see, what do? We have a bishop attacking his rook over here. We could just grab that, but we're behind in material because he still has his queen and we do not. So we need to find a way to continue attacking. The good news is our bishops are lined up towards the king. Okay, if we check with this bishop, that may do something. He could block. Oh, maybe that would not be good. Well, he's got this bishop here. So if we went here, he could just block with the pawn. But then we could check. He would have to move. Then we could check again with this bishop up to g2, and he would have to go to there. And then do we have anything? Once he goes, we could go there. Okay, let's see if I can remember all that now. I hope you found this combination. So, oh wait, maybe that doesn't work. Hold on. This might not work. Bishop here. Check. If he blocks with the pawn, we could check him again, but now he can go back up here and escape. So if he does, we could check him here with this rook. Oh man, okay, this one just got trickier than I thought. Okay, well, oh wait a minute, we have a bishop capture with check immediately, so that looks better. Check. He would be forced to, if he goes here, the other bishop could check. So, check. Now the other bishop could go here, or do we want to go here? So probably the other bishop. Now we have him in the corner and we can just go here. Okay. All right. I hope you found that one. That one was a little tricky. All right. Let's try and break through to 2500 once again. Here we go. Pawn has just moved to c3. Okay. What can we do in this position? That blocked this bishop, which wasn't doing too much over here. Okay, we can just capture this knight, but then we would still... Would we be behind in material? Yes, because he'll have 3 pawns. Okay, so we need something here. Okay, have you found the move? I see something that looks promising here. All right, I better take a second look at it, but we have this attack going up here with the bishop and the rook on g2. Do we capture with the rook, checking immediately, forcing the king into this corner? And then let's see. So rook captures, check. The king has to go into the corner. Now, if we move the rook, there'll be a check here, but he could block with that pawn. So maybe we have to capture that pawn with our rook. The king would move back to here. Now we can swing back to g2, checking him again, forcing him into that corner. And then now we can move, and the rook's the only thing that can block, we could just capture it. All right. Okay, we made it over 2,500, so to 2,502. I struggled a little bit on a few of those, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed following along. That was part 16 of this puzzle run series on chess.com. And so, improve your chess by studying tactics, by doing tactics problems and puzzles. Try to do a little bit every day if you have the time, and that'll really help improve your game. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please like and subscribe. I want to thank all viewers and subscribers for supporting this channel. Feel free to leave comments or suggestions. Thank you and have a great day.